I was very jealous and suspicious. So therefore, I would picture lots of things in my mind.
The couple's relationship is all about fighting and having arguments and discussions, suffering and pain.
Then I thought perhaps he really didn't like the marriage very much, nor me. That's why he goes to the bar to get some distraction.
She picked on me so much and nagged me that sometimes I really felt like being away. And also I was so ignorant that I actually thought that when I was at the pub and she was at home, she was able to do her own things, the household chores and take care of the children. So I thought that if I weren't home, I was actually helping her somehow.
During my childhood, when my parents used to fight a lot, and I was always very concerned and afraid that their marriage would someday end, and they fought and discussed a lot. It was a very bad environment.
And at the house we used to live in, I started to hear some noises. You know, things would fall down, pots and pans would bang. Then I thought, well, there must be something spiritual with this. I thought I should seek God more often and listen to His Word. Then I started going to another denomination, but all these things actually were a very long process. Then the pastor called me and said, Mrs. Fatima, do you want him to move out? Then I put my head down and felt very disappointed with the church. I thought, why am I seeking the Lord to be happy in my marriage, not for my husband to leave? Then I watched the show and I really enjoyed his preaching. I believe the third time I saw Dr. Soares, he said, no sacrifices need to be made. God gave us everything we need.
Maria de Fatima starts to come to the Grace of God Church.
The first day I came to the church, the word I heard immediately changed something inside of me, because I left the church feeling happy. Then everything the pastor of my church had taught us, the way a woman of God must behave, I started to do. Then I started not to look so angry, you know, not to be anxious, not to pick on him that much, or to keep blaming him for everything, you know. I started to work on my spiritual development, and I also started to treat him better with love and kindness.
She started not to pick on me anymore. She wasn't that jealous anymore. So all of these things, you know, they also made me change in the relationship with her.
I started to feel a desire to start sponsoring on behalf of my husband. And then he saw the envelopes coming home, and his conversion process was, you know, kind of gradual from inside, you know. And apparently we didn't see anything change at first because he was still going to the bars. But then he started to pay for the sponsorship himself and increase the amount. Dr. Soares started to preach a lot about people who were nervous. And the people actually would become crazy and develop a mental illness. Then we were talking about this during one of these moments. And then I said to him, why don't you seek help from a physician, a professional, you know, a doctor, a psychiatrist, someone like that, because he was too anxious. Then he looked at me and said, I'm going to seek God.
And I decided to quit drinking, and I also quit smoking. I went to church and got baptized. Some debts we used to have just disappeared.
And to be honest with you, we're together 24 hours a day. He goes to church and I go too. We work very close to each other.
Today, thank God, everyone's going to church. Everyone's happy, everyone's joyful.
Love increases every day, you know. She's the one. She's the woman of my dreams. And with God, I was able to show her how much I love her by being calmer, more patient, and more of a friend. This is it. I think everything is much better now. Since I first came to church, I just see myself better and better every day.
Oh, praise the Lord.